Hi everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. Merry Christmas Eve to those of you who celebrate. My project today is from the new mini catalog that goes into effect on January 4th. I use these cute little Awesome Otters, they're called, and I use this one here. This is a Saleabration set, and it is free with a $50 purchase. So we're using that today. Also a Saleabration item is this paper, 6x6. It's called Sunshine and Rainbows. I showed this in my sneak peek, but some of you might not have seen it, so I'm just going to go. And this is also free with $50, and I do like this a lot. Alrighty, and also this is in the catalog. It's called the Beautiful Shapes dies. I have one of them here too. Another hexagon there, and I love these. I've already used these twice, and they're going to be a staple of mine, I can tell. And they're the Beautiful Shapes dies. Alrighty, so I used the dies for the actual stamp and this extra piece. The actual box measures 3 by 3 by 1. I was going to make it a little bit wider, but this one you can get out of half a sheet of cardstock, so I figured I would stick with that for now. But it'll fit a little bit of candy, a small gift, little things like that. So what we need for this, is less than half a sheet of cardstock. It's 8.5 by 4.5. We need 2 pieces of the Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper that are 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and I cut using the largest hexagon die. I cut one of the striped pieces, and we need that. We also need, I'm sorry I forgot to put a scrap here, a scrap of basic white for stamping. All right, so we're going to start on the 8.5 inch side, and we're going to score at 1, 4, 5, and 8. We're going to turn it to the 4.5 inch side, and we're going to score at 1 and at 4. That's it. Now I'm going to fold and burnish. And this is what we're going to do. We have the skinny rectangle on the right hand side, and we're just going to get rid of the lowest rectangle on this strip here and then cut our tabs out. Okay, so let's start all the way over on the right at the skinny rectangle. We're going to take the first score line and we're going to cut it up to the first score line, and then just wedge a tiny bit out of the piece above that. Okay. All right, and then we're going to go to the other side of this rectangle, cut that straight, skip the square, cut that side of this rectangle straight, and then wedge a little bit out of each one of the squares. Okay. Go to the other side of this rectangle, cut it straight, and wedge a little off of each side of this square. Okay, and then the only other thing we're going to do is we're going to follow the skinny rectangle up and just wedge a little bit out of the top of it. And that's it. Okay, now what I want you to do is this piece here that usually sticks up, what I did is I just made it smooth up here with no folds or score lines. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold it inward and burnish it, and then just lightly burnish all of the folds so that it gets kind of used to being in there before you put it together. Okay, so that's how it's going to look on the outside. That's how it looks on the inside. Okay, so now we need some tear and tape. We're going to put it on what's left of the skinny rectangle, close to the score line. I'm going to take your pick tool and get the backing off. Flip it over, flip the side with the tape over, and the other side to meet it. Okay, now this is your back here. All right, we'll put the sides in and the back, and this is where we need another piece of tear and tape to close the bottom. And we're putting this one right at the edge. And we're just going to make sure it's nice and straight. Press it and then just rub it back and forth inside to make sure. Okay, and that's your basic box. Now in my box, I just put a couple of Godiva candies, two I think actually. But a little bracelet or anything like that would be adorable in here too, just little goodies. All right, and then we're going to push with our pointer and squeeze with our other fingers. Okay, and that makes the box, and it looks nice and smooth at the top without having a bend. Okay, now let's put our DSP on. And these are two of the, I'm forgetting it already, Sunshine and Rainbows DSP. And I'm going to use liquid glue, and I'm just going to put a piece on the front and a piece on the back. I didn't get, there's these little pebble adhesive dots. That would have looked really cute in there. I should have bought them for that. If you have the chance, buy those. But it looks great with the little otters. Don't think of these things until I'm actually working with it, but I can do another order in January. Okay, now that's going to dry. Let's get our basic white cardstock. And our stamp, I'm using this one here and some Tuxedo Black Ink. I'm just going to stamp this. Okay. Now we need a couple of blends. I'm going to use Pool Party for the water. And this is light. I don't know what happened to my dark. If you have dark, I would fill in all of these lines here. I would make dark. On the sample, I used Balmy Blue light and dark, but I didn't realize that in this paper is Pool Party. So, or maybe it's even Bermuda Bay. Let's see. Bermuda Bay and Pool Party are in this. And that's a really a nice paper for $50 for Saleabration. I'm just going to go over these just a couple times just because I don't have a dark. So I'm just going to reinforce the lines. All right, and then I'm just going to color in, and you have to color just a little bit below so that when we pick it up and we cut it out, it looks like there's water down there. Okay, that's it for the Pool Party. Now we're going to use dark crumb cake for the outside body. And I'm going to stay away from the eyes. Okay, and then for the inside of the otter, I'm going to use the light. Just watch out for your water drops. And then for the nose, I used light Smokey Slate. So you can still see the lines, but it colors in the white. And that's it for the coloring. All right, now what I'm going to do, I don't know if you want to see it closer. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to take this die from the Beautiful Shapes die. And I might need a little bit lower with my Pool Party. All right, and then I'm just going to put it on there where I like it. And I'm just going to put some low-tack tape on there. And I'm going to cut this out, and I will be right back. Okay, and there's our guy. Take off my tape. And I'm going to put this die away so I don't lose it. I do like this set a lot. This has a little bit of tape on it here. I can see myself using this for a lot of things. Okay. Alrighty. Now, what I want us to do is put the holes in our box before we put this on. So, alright, so about 1 inch in from the side and just about 1/8 of an inch down from the top of the DSP. I'm going to put 2 holes, one on each side. It doesn't have to be perfect because the ribbon will, yeah, I really didn't do that perfect, but that's alright. The ribbon's going to cover it. Alright, and then we're going to put, I'm going to need some dimensionals. I'm going to put my larger hexagon on first. Oops, there it is. And I have it about 1/8 of an inch from each side and up from the bottom. Okay, yeah, I see how I really punch them unevenly, but that's all right. We'll pull the ribbon over and it'll be fine. All right, and on this one, I glued the otter down, but I think I'm going to pop him up. Okay, and then I'm just going to center him. All right, now I'm going to get this striped Grow Green ribbon, Pool Party. I don't know if it's, whoops, I forgot. We have to squeeze it and mark a hole on each side and then repunch the holes because we need it in 2 spots. Okay. All right, and as I was saying, I'm not sure if this Grow Green ribbon has sold out because it is retiring, but we do have a sheer Pool Party ribbon also. And there's a couple of different white ones you could use. Nope, I'm gonna have to go through each one the first time to get it right. It would be good if I had used a 1/4 inch one too, but I needed the smaller one for this. And this makes the top nice and thick and sturdy for your ribbon to go through because it's doubled there. And it's nice and smooth on the top. Okay, and then I'm just gonna trim these. Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna just put a little bit of Wink of Stella on his nose and his eyes, just to give him a little bit of sparkle. And then I'm going to take some of these are in the new catalog too, the classic matte dots, and I'm going to put some of the white ones just around. It would be really good if I had those river rocks, I think they're called, or something like that, but next time I'll have to order them in January. And that's it. Thank you so much for coming to watch my channel. I appreciate it. I appreciate all year long everyone that's been watching. And please have a Merry, Merry Christmas, and I will see you next week. Enjoy. Bye.